Hey. Welcome to Sports Unfolded NBA playoff show. I am your host, Eric, the big dog in the house, my NBA guy. Kenny, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great.
Doing great. A lot going on in the NBA, right? We still have a bunch of first round matchups still going on. Milwaukee, Indiana playing right now. Knicks, 76ers, Cavs, Magic, and then the Clippers and the Mavericks. So we're going to talk about each one and go through. But so far, what have you seen in the NBA playoffs that you like, Kenny?
The Knicks are back where they should belong. The Pacers are back where they should belong. It's like old school playoffs. It's like 90s playoffs. It's just so exciting right now, especially the New York Knicks, man. They are exciting. They are exciting to watch.
It's been a fun matchup. That's going to be a good matchup, tonight as well. Let's start off with these
Yeah.
Bucks and Pacers. Indiana leads the series 3-2. They're playing right now. Middleton's put up about 22.7 points per game, 8.2 rebounds. Issue is Giannis still out. Dame injury came back today, but again, obviously the consistency when it comes to them staying healthy. Pascal Siakam, 23 points a game. Miles Turner, 22 points a game. Tyrese Halliburton, kind of quiet in this series, 15.8 points, 9.2 assists, 4.2 rebounds. You think about it, numbers sound okay, but for Halliburton, you think about, what kind of star he is. Who has the advantage tonight, Kenny? Does Indiana finish this series off with Giannis out, or does Milwaukee, who played pretty well without both Dame and Giannis the other night and won Game 5, come through and force a Game 7?
Oh, they close them out. They close them out tonight. Definitely. Most definitely. The Pacers are playing good. Siakam is playing great. He's putting up some numbers. Their center is doing an outstanding job. What's his name?
Lopez?
Oh, jeez.
Or Turner?
My Blake.
Miles Turner?
What's the forward?
For
mine just went blank.
which
I don't
team?
even know why.
For which team?
And their bench is doing good. Their bench is playing. The Pacers.
Hold on a second. Because right now, Indiana's up 33 to 29. You are probably thinking for Indiana, Siakam.
No, not Siakam.
Neesmith.
What's their other big guy? Nope. What's the
Obi Toppin?
No, not Obi Toppin. He's played for the Knicks. Nope. Come on.
The only other guy they have on there that's a big guy. I'm looking at their lineup right now. McConnell's point guard. You got Shepard. You got Nemhard. You got Siakam, Neesmith, Turner. Those are their starters.
Eric.
You got Smith, who's out. Jay Smith. Walker. McDermott.
No.
Johnson. I mean, dude, I just named the whole team.
This is gonna bug me. This is gonna bug me so much.
So you got Indiana finishing off the series. Is that because of the injuries, or do you just think they're a better team?
I just think they're a better team. They like to run. They're young. They got a great point guard. They're just a better team right now.
It's going to be an interesting. Looks like it's going to be a tight game, 3-point game right now. Going into that for second quarter. All right, so here's a fun matchup, and you talked about it. Knicks versus Philadelphia. New York up 3-2 in this series. Game 6 tonight in Philadelphia. A lot of talk about the home court advantage. The owners bought out some wouldn't allow Knicks fans based on what they had tonight in New York, kind of taking over the arena. Jalen Brunson, obviously, been the star here for New York, 34 points, 4.8 rebounds, 8.4 assists. That signing very quietly has become, one of the most key signings in the offseason 2 years ago because, I mean, look what he's been able to do and bring back New York to relevance. Joel Embiid kind of has that injury, some weird stuff going on with Joel Embiid. Obviously, the knee, he has the vision issue right now.
Yeah.
Still averaging a double 31.8 and 10.4. Tyrese Maxey, the sole reason why Philadelphia is even playing
Whew.
tonight. And you think about what he was able to do in New York. Who has the advantage here? I know you like the Knicks, and I know you think that it's their series to lose, but do you think about the firepower that Philadelphia? So we've had Joel Embiid go for a 50 spot, and then what?
Yep.
Maxey went for 47.
Yep.
So they're very capable of having a guy go and just take over a game. Whereas I feel like New York doesn't have that same thing. I like Brunson, and I think he's a very solid player and very good for them. But again, does he take over a game?
Well, he took over the last game with 40-something points. Well, the game before that with 40-something points. But hey, they got Josh Hart. Josh Hart is doing tremendous. He's doing good on defense. He's hitting his threes. He's getting to the basket. So Josh Hart to be that nicking up. I predict he's going to have a great game tonight.
Yeah. Who steps up here in Game 6? So 9 o'clock tonight.
Because we know
Philadelphia.
Embiid is
Which? Little bit of a delay. Kenny, are you there, my friend?
Uh-oh.
I think we lost Kenny.
But like I said,
one of us is frozen.
Like I said,
go ahead. All right.
Yet?
So I didn't catch all of that, Kenny. Let's try one more time.
There we go. Am I back?
A little bit of a struggle here.
Not.
I think we're having some technical difficulties.
There we go. Yeah, that is, yeah. Can you hear me? Am I back?
Yep. Yeah, you are back.
Oh, no. Okay. All right.
So, Knicks, you think Brunson takes over this Game 6 in Philadelphia and New York finish this game? This series does not go 7 in your eyes?
No. Embiid's going on one leg, even though he's doing tremendous stuff on one leg, which is just outstanding. But I think New York closes it out. Josh Hart has a big game, and they go on to the next series.
All right. So they would face the winner of this next series, and that would be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. Cleveland currently up 3-2 in this series. Jared Allen, double-double, 17 points, 13 rebounds for the Cavs, but he was out Game 5 and possibly not playing Game 6.
I don't think so. I think the Celtics go against Cleveland.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct.
Orlando, if I'm
Milwaukee, Indiana. You
mistaken.
are correct. Yeah, Boston plays the winner of this series. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have it written down. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was scared there for a minute. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, Game 6 in Orlando.
I don't want to see.
Who wins this series? So obviously both young teams, You got Donovan Mitchell, who's obviously the biggest star in this series. But Paulo Blanchero, you think about what he's done and how he's, brought back Orlando to relevance. What do you like in this series? Who takes this series to face Boston?
This is a tough one. This is a real tough one. Oh, this is a tough one. But I I see the Magic taking it. They're a younger team. They're well coached. They got some superstars that got to prove something. Playing Jero, he has to prove something. And them other kids got to prove something. I like Miami in this situation.
Orlando, you mean? I think you said Miami. We've got a big delay here.
I'm sorry, the Magic. Yeah, the Magic.
Yeah. So, who do you think Boston would rather face?
Turner for the Pacers.
Miles Turner. Yeah, Miles Turner. What? Who would you think Boston would prefer to face in the second round?
One more time. Second round. Magic. What? Who do I prefer to face in the second round? The Magic.
Yeah, Boston. Yeah, who would Boston?
Celtics?
Yes.
Yeah, the Magic. It's Magic. I picked the Magic. I don't want to go to Cleveland. I don't want to see Donovan Mitchell. I'd rather see the Magic. I'd rather see the Magic.
And again, the size factor, right? The size factor in Cleveland, in Boston with the injury to Porzingis.
Yeah. Yeah. But how big did Al Horford step up? Al Horford stepped up huge. 37-year-old Al Horford, journeyman, old man, stepped up a couple of nights ago. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. Yeah, he stepped up. He just stepped up. And Derek White. Oh my goodness, Derek White, such a. I'm gonna call him a superstar for right now because he is just a back-to-back double-digit point games. First he had 30. I think last night he had 27 or 28, and he has just been on fire. On fire.
Yeah, and I think this is the best opportunity for Boston. When people talk about Boston and the Celtics, it was, you needed Tatum to have 30, Brown to have 30. They're getting pieces from Derek White. You're getting, Al Horford stepping up in big moments, and you're seeing that. They still got Drew Holiday who can put some points in. So they're more complete team. The Porzingis injury, does that concern you, though, going into round two?
No, it doesn't. It does not. It does not. It'll concern me going in round three, but right now, let them rest. We got Al Horford. We got Luke Cornett, who's a great defender, blocks everything. So we're good for now on. We're good for now.
All right. Let's talk about the last matchup in the West. And that would be the Clippers and the Mavericks. Dallas leads the series 3-2. When we talk again injuries, you've got the Kawhi Leonard situation where, again, here we go with that. His knee. James Harden, 22 points a game, but again, playoff James. Luka, 30.2 points a game. And think about what Kyrie's been able to do with Dallas. Is this a foregone conclusion that Dallas wins this series?
They need to. All this talk about Luka thinks he's letting Kyrie down by, slowing up and not playing well. Luka is playing his heart out. Okay? Luka is playing his heart out. Kyrie doing his thing. The bench is doing their thing. It's just Dallas needs to win this. Dallas really does need to win this, because if not, and the Clippers, if they don't win this, they'll break up the team. They'll
Do you
break
think
up the
it's time
team.
though? Like I said, right? Russ, Harden, Paul George, Kawhi. To me, listen, this has been a failed experiment. We saw it with Phoenix. Think about what Phoenix getting
Yeah,
swept,
yeah,
right? With Beal and
yeah,
Booker and Durant. Like it doesn't seem like this works anymore. These big threes and it's
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're gelling. Oh, it's time to might be time to break them up.
yeah. And then again, this injury to Kawhi. Kawhi going so far, right? In the Olympics, who knows if he'll be playing? Uh, that was a questionable pick, I think, by the Olympic squad based on the fact that Kawhi Leonard really hasn't played much or can't stay
Yeah,
healthy. Um,
exactly.
these teams
Yeah,
play each other
yeah.
tomorrow 9:30 in Dallas. Winner faces the Thunder. Which matchup would be the best for the Thunder to face?
Magic Thunder. That'd be a good series. Real good series. Real good series. If the Mavericks can close it out, get a little rest. That's all they need. That's all Luka needs is a little rest because he's banged up and a sprained knee is pretty much
Can
hurting
can
him.
can OKC beat Dallas though? Can Dallas surprise them with Luca and Kyrie and what they've been able to do?
Ooh, that's a good.
Lost
That's
my
a good
man
question.
Kenny
Now
again.
that's a good. That'd be a good matchup. That's a good matchup. I say. I don't.
Okay.
If OKC can steal one on the road, they'll win it.
All right. That'd be it's an interesting thought though that what a good series that would be. Just if you're thinking about from the young team and what they've been able to do with OKC. So, Kenny, let me ask you this question. Another matchup in the West. I know we're talking about the first round, but Minnesota versus Denver. Anthony Edwards, you think about how he dominated Phoenix and kind of took over that
Mm.
series. But you got the veterans in Denver, know how to win, beat the Lakers in 5 games, and we're down almost every game in that series and just slowly came back, won 4 games in a row. How does this matchup look? I mean, on paper, it looks like look, you've got the Rudy Gobert versus Jokic, right? Anthony Edwards
Mhm.
versus Jamal Murray. Like, there's so many stories here. Big Cat's back and he's healthy. How does this series turn out, Kenny? This is a series tough to really
It,
pick.
it's tough. It's tough. This is a tough matchup because the Timberwolves are playing so well. They're playing so well. I didn't expect them to sweep Phoenix. Did you? I thought
No, not at
KD
all.
would get. I thought KD would at least get one or two. Because But I they've they've been coached very well. Even though their coach is out with a torn
Yeah, knee
patella.
right. Yeah, knee surgery. How many times you hear that, a coach?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Well, they ran him right over and bang. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a real tough and good one. I mean, I don't think go match up with Joker. That's just my opinion. No, it's gonna be a real good one.
So you have Indiana coming out again. They're playing tonight. They're up
Yep.
by 9 right now, 47-38, with 5 minutes left in the second period. You got New York coming out of the Philly series, New York Philly series.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. And then you had Cleveland coming out or Orlando coming out.
Orlando.
So you think the Magic win 2 straight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. And then you got Dallas coming out with the Clippers series.
Yeah.
So before we finish our show, Kenny, obviously a lot has happened already. Your biggest surprise so far was LeBron being knocked out the way they were, the Lakers. Was it Boston kind of easily dismantling the Heat? What would be your biggest surprise, like the shocker of all shockers, that if people were like, wow, I can't believe this. We put it in a time capsule, Kenny, and we buried it. And then 10 years from now, somebody's going to dig it up and be like, Kenny, what? You'd be like, this was the biggest story so far, the 2024 playoffs. What would it be?
I tell you right now that Steph Curry, LeBron James, and KD, for the first time since 2005, either didn't make the playoffs or didn't make the second round.
Yeah, isn't that insane to think about? Like, we talk about all the talent in the NBA.
2005. Yep.
And now we're seeing these young stars, right? Anthony Edwards,
it's the changing of the guard.
Tyrese Halliburton, Brunson, Tatum, right? Like you're seeing new stars emerge in front of you. And think about those older teams, right? The Clippers are one of the oldest teams in the league. Average age, I think, was almost 30 years old. Again, aging stars, Kawhi, Harden, Westbrook. Like if you said those names 5 years ago, you'd like, wow, what a stacked team. Paul George. Now, right? You'll take the Anthony Edwards matchup and so it's an interesting series. And then Joel Embiid with this injury, I think was a big surprise as well. Like A, that he came back, B, that he scored 50 in one of the games. After he had that attempt, the self-dunk. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, he's done. He's done for the series. Like he came back. It's just, and that dynamic to me was been the most interesting because to you, you said it, old school basketball, Knicks, Sixers, right? It's that kind of grind them out, just nasty games down to the wire.
Yeah,
right. The Knicks blowing a 6-point lead.
Yeah, right. People diving for balls and jumping over, falling. It's just now that's Knick basketball.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. The Giannis Dame situation to me seems interesting because this is why they got Dame for the playoff run, and they haven't been able to really be on the court together. How that plays out in the offseason if the Indiana Pacers do win this series.
Well, he doesn't want to be there anyway, so he
do you think Dame
Miami.
Gets out or does Giannis leave?
Miami.
Who leaves?
Yeah. Dame goes. Dame goes. He wants to go to Miami. He doesn't want to be there. He just didn't want to stay in Portland because they disrespected him, which I don't blame him. But you want to go to Miami now? We're going to send you to the Bucks. We're sending you to the Bucks.
So we're going to play Will Smith. If the copyright infringement wouldn't do it, we're going to play the Miami theme song by Will Smith when Dame does go. Little struggle there. Kenny, you back? What are we doing, my friend? All right. So this is Sports Unfolded NBA playoff show. We are on normally every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Ron. We cover all of the top sports stories that are going on in the world today. So join us tomorrow night on all our social media platforms at Rhode Island Broadcasting. Again, that is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We look forward to seeing you then. Kenny, I know we've had some difficulties tonight. We at least got through it as best we could. Little NBA though, man. We'll talk some round 2 next week, kind of where that's at. I know Ron's watching the NHL right now. Bruins are on at 8 tonight. I'm sure he's biting some nails. Again, we got the Pacers game going on right now. They're up by 10 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. So we'll see how that turns out. Game 6 tonight, Philly and the Knicks. And then tomorrow you got 2 with the Cavs, Magic, Clippers, Mavericks. So a lot will be decided in the next couple days. Again, most series could go till Sunday if they go 7. So we won't really have a true second round till after Sunday, most likely. And especially if your pick comes through and Orlando wins 2 straight and takes it to 7 games. So, Kenny, I want to thank you for your time tonight. I always appreciate it. Anybody that's been watching us live, thank you for the support. If you're going to watch us afterwards, like, share, and follow our show. Support us on our social media platforms. That ticker that's been running down at the bottom of the screen. We are growing every single day. We are on the radio now as well in Dallas, Georgia, on WDJY 99.1 FM every Saturday between 1 and 3. This show is on as well. So you hear the big dog down there in Georgia. I know you like that, the down south, the dirty. So dirty. Check us out, support us, like, follow, share our show. We will see you tomorrow night as well, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rhode Island Broadcasting for our regularly scheduled program. Kenny, I will see you next week, round 2 of the NBA playoffs, and we will discuss some of the matchups. All we have asked for every single show is peace on earth.
Peace.